Thanks for watching Living Local. So it is Financial Friday, and we are back with August Mize of Carolina Trust Federal Credit Union. Good morning, August.
Good morning.
So I'm really excited about today's topic, which is credit, because I feel like so many people don't understand it and what all goes into it, right?
Yeah, I completely agree. Credit is definitely one of the most asked about questions that we get on social media. Individuals coming into the branch wondering what are some ways that they can help improve their credit. And I think one of the main reasons that is because so many people don't really know what make up credit and what factors go into that. And so today you guys are going to get a little information from Andy Gable, our ADP regional manager, and our 21st Avenue branch manager, and he's going to walk you through what makes up your credit, some different things that you can do to improve your credit, some things that may be hurting your credit, and give you guys a little bit of insight in that. So I'm going to send you right on over to Andy.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, August. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, of course. See you next week.
Well, good morning, Andy. How are you?
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. I have so many questions. What are the biggest things that affect credit? What are some easy things people could maybe work on that would improve their credit a lot?
Absolutely. There are a couple of different factors that affect your credit, and sometimes people are surprised to learn exactly what they are. Most people think if they pay their bills on time, they make all their payments on time, then they should have perfect credit. But there's multiple facets that go through that. Surprisingly enough, paying your history or your payment history, paying your bills on time is the one most important, but it only accounts for about 35% of your credit score. There's a few other factors that go into effect of that. Yes, so obviously definitely make your payments on time, but then the next thing, the second biggest thing, is about 30% of your credit exists on the amount that you owe. That's your outstanding debt. So for example, if you have say a $10,000 credit card and you're using $9,000 of it, that actually may have a negative impact on your credit, especially if you go to the max of that credit. A lot of people do not know that. The next piece, one of the things that surprise people is the length of history that you have. That accounts for about 15%. The age of your oldest credit card account, the age of your oldest account, and time since the accounts were actually used. So sometimes, that story that you hear out there, if you close out your card, you're actually doing damage. There's a level of truth to that. So if you've had a card since you were 18 years old and now you're like me, you're in your 40s, you may want to consider not closing that card, maybe pay it down to zero, but maybe not close that out because that's your oldest piece of history out there.
Do you have kind of one thing that just could really destroy your credit? Would you say like a repo or something is something that you just want to avoid at all costs?
Absolutely. They are things that happen, and sometimes you can't control them. There's life decisions, and then there's life situations. If you go through a bankruptcy, obviously that's going to affect your score, but you will rebound with the right things in place. That's some options that we can help you with, not really the bankruptcy piece, but we can help you with some rebuilding of your credit here at Carolina Trust.
Do all of those stay on your credit the equal amount of time, or is it different?
They do. The average is 7 to 10 years. Carolina Trust, actually on our website, since we're a credit union and not a bank, we actually show you, some educational processes to improve things. If you were to go to our website, in the search bar, type in balance, we actually pay an outside company to assist people with as far as budgeting, as far as credit questions, and maybe even help them work through some of these situations. So yeah, we're really into helping the people get their credit score better. Working on your credit, it's kind of like going to the doctor, going to the dentist. You got to go every once in a while to get a checkup. You should probably check up on your credit score at least once a year. I encourage people to go to freecreditreport.com, and annually you can get a free credit report. I recommend every year they get one from a different, as far as provider. Then that way, over a 3-year process, you've checked all 3 of your credit scores. If you see something negative on there that's not yours, be sure and challenge it, because that is a major situation for negative credit, is something being reported on your credit report that's not yours.